Realtors abide by a code of ethics. This is Article 9 in action. Beth, a first-time homebuyer, knew nothing about the home buying process, except that she wanted to buy a home. But her realtor had the expertise to make sure Beth understood every document, even giving her copies to review with her lawyer so Beth could close on her first home with confidence. Complicated things explained in simple terms. The difference between an agent and a realtor is real. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
Find the gifts Dad craves at Lowe's. Right now, you can save on select Skill Power Core 12 tools that feature 25% longer runtime and have patented cooling technology. Save $10 off the Skill Power Core 12 brushless drill driver kit, now just $59.98. Or upgrade Dad's toolbox and save $30 on the 5-tool brushless combo kit, now just $169. There's nothing sweeter than Father's Day at Lowe's. Offer valid 6/9 through 6/22 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. Thanks for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast. Want more? Check out the greatest podcast in all the land, The Podcast. Be sure to subscribe and listen to a brand new episode every Tuesday night.
99.9 KISW.
Ted, you just walked through the holiday party. How's it going out there?
I don't know. I was sprinting through. Miles, we almost had a situation here.
What do you mean?
I got a good lift in this morning. Had a very delicious smoked chicken Caesar salad. Something didn't agree.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, wait 5 minutes. Mike's like, you got 5 minutes. I was like, all right, quick. I got to get this done.
And?
We got everything out, but I just made it back in. So I almost stopped. I saw some people out there I obviously know, but I was like, oh, I don't want to miss a segment. As I figured the Dirty Germans, there's only one of us here. It'd be bad.
Commitment to work, Ted.
Yeah.
You did it. They're all having a good
Thrill's
time.
got like a shot and a plate of food.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're doing a goddamn holiday party. I grabbed food.
Yeah.
Is there shrimp?
Not shrimp. I got a boneless piece of chicken, added the buffalo sauce. Not bad. I got the fresh Mott's prosciutto roll-up thing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's good. And then some, dried peppered sausage.
It looks very good. I wish we could eat some, but we got to do this segment.
That was the other reason I wanted to use the bathrooms. I was like, if I drink a sip of beer, I'm going to poop my pants.
Our question, what was the holiday disaster? And here come those emails from the men's room at KISW.com.
You've got mail.
Let's start with some from our question today about the holiday disaster. If we could, here, let's see here. All right, there we go. All gentlemen and green beans to you all. One of the big snowstorms a few years ago in Seattle, my grandparents decided to come down for Christmas in their RV. Well, my grandpa got the RV stuck right at the bottom of our driveway. Him and my grandma decided they would try to get it unstuck. My grandma put all the baked goods and presents inside the house along with the dogs, and they were attempting to find stuff to put under the tires. My grandma, she slipped and broke her leg, and my parents had to come home from work, drive her to the ER, and when they got back, the dogs got into all the food and crapped on the floor. Now, there's a bright side to this. Normally, my grandma was going around the house cleaning, cooking, and all this other crazy stuff. But this year, she was hopped up on meds and had nothing to do but just sit on the couch. Anyway, gentlemen, rock on. Happy holidays. That from Justin, the arcade guy.
Justin, everyone listening, this music you hear in the background, these are all actual farts.
Yeah, they're.
That have been edited together to spread Christmas cheer.
We've been waiting 16 years to play this. The hell with it. If they're going to have a holiday party, they're playing holiday music out there.
They are. It's festive.
They're not listening to our show. So we can do whatever we want. All the bitches, the whole family.
Dude, that would almost be awkward if we made them listen to our show while we're sitting here.
Just busting.
Look at those sons of bitches.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's that new guy?
Looks like a freak. He ain't going to last long.
So the whole family has just sat at the table. All the food is on the table. We're watching our dad, who is opening some kind of bubbly wine. Pop! Cork flies into the glass chandelier, breaking it into many pieces, which then fall into the beautiful turkey dinner we were just about ready to eat. The whole room went silent and just stared at the food for a minute. My mom's mouth is hanging open in shock. And then she just started laughing and laughing, like a crazy lady. We started laughing, too. Pretty tense for a bit there. My poor dad felt so bad. No one was injured, and we ate later, but I really think that these are the things that make the best memories.
Remember when this happened? I used the bathroom.
Merry Christmas, Pacholas. Rock on. That from Karen in Victoria, British Columbia. There you go.
Oh, yeah. The new Seahawks fans.
That's exactly right. Notice the Ravens didn't get a country anywhere, even though we're huge in Mexico City.
You guys didn't?
No, because that's all about marketing. I don't know what the NFL's doing. They didn't include all the teams. That made no sense to me. Absolutely 0 cents. I'm getting off track. On the birthday shout-outs. All of Chola's, doesn't matter. Who cares? They're having a holiday party. We can do what we want.
I know.
Justin and Tasha here, hoping to get a shout-out.
I'm already gone, man.
For our daughter's first trip around the sun. Her name is Cordelia. We love the show. Anyway, that maybe you could squeeze us a little kid fish sandwich. What the F is that, bro? In reference to her diapers. And maybe Coach Ted coaching up a 1-year-old. Any of them would be much appreciated. Much love and the best for the family, guys. A Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. That one is from Justin, Tasha, and Cordelia Vest.
What do we need? Sorry, I was a little distracted.
Oh, my God. Little kid fish sandwich and a what the F is that, bro?
Oh, my God. What the is that, bro?
How old? 1?
1.
All right.
Goo-goo! No, don't even start with that.
Gaga!
Goo-goo!
Gaga!
Ted, you're going to get him in trouble with that advice, man. Do not listen to what Ted said. It was horrible advice.
Guys, for her birthday, my beautiful wife, Catherine, would love a Your Penis is Too Small, followed by some green beans. Thanks for the show. That from Drew.
Green beans. Green beans.
Every time I have sex, that's how it starts.
All the gentlemen, it's my sexy silver fox of a husband's 38th birthday today. He has the whole package and then some. I can't think of a better way to show appreciation to a man that loves to grill than to get him his own big green egg.
Woo! Nice.
Can I please get a you like that with some dirty Germans talking about how to use that new grill? Happy birthday, John. Love your wifey, Chandra.
You like that? You like that?
Yeah, all I would say is simply this. First of all, if yours is a whole package, I would like to offer you another whole package. But beyond that, if your eggs are green, see a doctor.
Yeah, you know, I know the secret. It's funny, this thing is more of a smoker, but for grilling on, it's the same thing. See, I block off about 12 to 13 hours so you can heat it up. Kind of like that girl used to date.
Is he also a smoker?
Yeah. Those things are great, but like, Miles, you were telling me that. Like, it's a pain in the butt just trying to, like, use it as a grill.
Right.
If you're going to use it as a smoker, awesome.
All day long, you got it, man. You'll set that thing up in the morning. It's good to go. If you just want to put a chicken breast on there, it's like an hour and a half to get that thing bad boy ready.
Right.
That's why I sold mine to Chandler.
Oh, you did?
Come get this thing out of here, man.
Yeah.
You got it.
You got to have both. My buddy Sal smokes all the time, likes to smoke meat all the time, and he also has a grill to grill.
Well, not only that, but my place is too small. I actually smoke out the neighbors when I use it in the
would-
summertime with the windows open.
I
because
would
everybody
bet they're
keeps-
probably like, hey, you're not supposed to have a smoker.
No, probably so. All the Cholos want to wish my cousin-in-law Tom a happy 42nd birthday. Due to a poopy lawyer at judge's first trial, judge being friends with the prosecution, all evidence denied, he's now innocent in prison.
Yeah.
So can he get a turtle sex whether you like that? Thanks, guys. That from Lemon. That's a toss.
You like that? You like that?
Good to hear that. What
Hey,
you got?
just
Happy,
remember, Tom, you only got 2 days.
happy 49th birthday to my turd burglar coworker Brian. Can he please get the dirty Germans talking about waffle stomping and what they might do to him tonight? Thanks, guys. That from Drewski.
Yeah, we're all familiar with the waffle stomping, but only when I'm incontinent. But what we will do to you tonight will leave you incontinent for tomorrow.
Yeah, you know, so lots of people have this vision of what the waffle stomp is. It's in Germany. It involves a Belgian waffle we bought from the neighbor. You cut a hole in it. I insert my penis through it, and then you get the stomping. So,
That is the waffle chomp.
yeah, so any of your body parts will work.
Yeah.
Do you like syrup?
Guys, it's my birthday, and I just got eviction papers for my apartment. All right. Sweet.
Happy holidays.
It doesn't go into effect until next year. No matter what's going on right now with the COVID and the pandemic, Christina, they cannot kick you out of your place. Just know that until I believe the 15th of January, you can get eviction papers, but I would definitely challenge that with an attorney. I'm just saying.
No, right. I think she just got to start packing up, though.
Well, you pack up your
It's
crap.
still
That's
stressful.
fine. Yes,
Yeah.
it is. But it's her birthday. She's 52, so she wants a suck it up cupcake. That's from Christina.
So, suck it up, cupcake!
And finally, from the birthday Zola, I'd like to wish my my Nana happy 64th birthday and have Coach Ted give her tips on not drinking too much that her grandsons need to pull her home in a wagon. Again, that from Cooper and Kaysen.
62?
64.
64? I mean, Jesus, you're like a Nintendo now. And you know what? People love that stuff. You know, don't listen to your stick of the mud husband talking about don't have your grandkids drive or pull you home. Look, you raise kids. They're fine. They have other kids. Those are your grandkids. Whatever your actual name is, Nana, live it up. I say you get really drunk.
Hell yeah.
Have them pull you front and back. We'll take you to the party.
You're 64, you've lived long enough, do whatever the hell you want.
Do whatever you want, man. You've made it. Your kids are grown, right?
Not just that. Make it difficult for them to get you into the wagon that they didn't have to pull. Like, fight back a little bit. Do the dead weight thing.
Yeah, decide your party's at the bottom of the hill this year.
All right, guys, here you go. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Ya's a Dirty Germans brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefleisch.
Now, the men's room wants to know who sucks last?
Yay! Time for Who Sucks Last.
Oh, yeah.
Steve Hill, I don't know how you do it. Each and every week, somehow you find 3 stories in the news that are just messed up. I know you spend hours looking for these bad boys.
I wish I could spend my time doing something much easier, but it turns out finding terrible people in the news, it's a very difficult thing to do. It's a needle in a haystack.
By the way, the debate is already underway on Who Sucks Less. If you happen to follow KISW on Twitter, Steve, how the story's looking this week?
I will say this. These are far from the worst people in the world. Now, the bad news is they're far from the best people in the world. This is just middle of the road suckiness, but you're going to hate all 3. This time, we're not international. We're staying right here in the good old United States of America. We'll be in Florida. We'll go out to California, see what's going on there. And finally, we'll go to Connecticut. We don't spend a lot of time there, but
we don't.
They found a way to enter the show today. Let's start in Florida, where the owner of a drug rehab clinic is facing drug charges. The Seminole County Sheriff's Office said that Misty Lee Gilly, 50 years old, she sold fentanyl out of the drug rehabilitation center that she runs in Altamonte Springs. She's also facing charges for possession of cocaine. Now, the sheriff's office said that undercover agents bought the narcotics from her home, which also serves as her business. Agents found evidence of illicit drug use in the same room where Gilly held her peer-to-peer group therapy sessions. You run a drug rehab clinic, and here's your clientele. You are selling them drugs.
That's an old trick.
It is an old trick.
That's been around for a while, hasn't it?
But
it's a way to make money.
It really is. Let's go to California now, where a California man, he's been found guilty of putting semen in his colleague's water bottle and on her workspace after she rejected his advances. Stephen Milicastro, he was convicted on assault and battery charges stemming from his attempts to retaliate against a woman. Now, prosecutors allege that this guy was obsessed with his coworker, asked her out on a date, and then began to incessantly stare at her after she turned him down. So the woman asked her boss to tell him to cut it out, but when that didn't stop him, she finally filed a complaint with the HR department. Then, on several occasions, the woman came to work to find a, quote, murky substance. Yes, a murky substance in her half-full water bottle. Now, her boss agreed to set up a surveillance camera to monitor her desk. Then they reviewed the footage. And that's when she discovered a milky white substance on her keyboard.
Oh, man.
Now, the footage was turned over to detectives who determined that Milicastro, he waited until the woman left, then he smeared something using tissues on her keyboard and mouse. I think we know what it is. They also found his semen in her water bottle and a bottle of honey that she put in her tea every day. Now, his attorney acknowledged his client's behavior was, quote, highly inappropriate, but he denied that he was acting out of sexual gratification. Instead, he claimed that he was retaliating against the woman over the HR complaint, because that's how you handle an HR complaint. Anyway, he's said to be sentenced, and he faces up to 2 years and 6 months in prison.
Okay.
And finally, we go to Connecticut. In this case, a woman there, she's been accused of stealing over $600,000 from her husband's bank account over the last 20 years and trying to cover it up by making him think that he has Alzheimer's disease. Donna Marino, she was arrested for stealing money in the form of pension checks, workers' comp payments, and Social Security from her husband over 20 years. When the man's daughter discovered the paperwork related to credit cards her father knew nothing about, that's when she notified the police, convinced that her stepmother had taken control of the family finances. It was at that point that the unnamed man admitted to leaving his wife in charge of finances because she had convinced him that he had Alzheimer's. As police explained it, quote, the wife explained that when her husband would go inside the bank to make a transaction, she told him that the last time he went inside, he made a soon due to his Alzheimer's, and that caused him not to go in to avoid embarrassment. Now, apparently being diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease, it's one of the husband's greatest fears in his later years, He's never seen a professional about it, but he knew his mother suffered from it, and that made it a lot easier for his wife to plant the seed in his head that he had it too. Anyway, the investigation revealed that the wife had been taking money from her husband's account and then depositing it into her mother's account. And she told police she was only using that money to help her family, not to splurge on expensive purchases. And the police said, you know what? We believe you. You still broke the law. She is facing, let's see, first-degree grand larceny and third-degree forgery.
How much money altogether?
$600,000 over a 20-year period. So, again, we have the tried-and-true drug rehab clinic owner also slinging drugs to her customers. We have the man who put semen in his co-worker's water bottle and her honey. I don't know why that bothers me more. It's honey, man. Other people use the honey, right? You got honey. Hey, man, can I borrow your honey? You go, yeah.
This is some salty honey.
Yeah, what the hell's up with your honey? And finally, the woman who convinced her husband that he had Alzheimer's so that she could steal his money.
Alzheimer's?
Alzheimer's.
All right.
What did you think I said?
I thought you said old timers.
When I was a kid, I used to think it was
That's
called
what
old
I used to
timers.
say too. Yeah, I was like,
It was always older people. So I'm like, oh, old timers disease. Yeah.
I mean, I think the lady giving the drugs to the people trying to get clean is probably the worst.
My only argument would be, if you're trying to get clean, keep in mind, none of these people turned her in. If you're trying to get clean, first thing you do is contact the police. These people were willing participants. I don't agree with what she's doing, but what I'm saying, those people were like, yeah, I'm doing my drug rehab. It's probably court ordered, right? But what you're doing, you're going there and you're getting high.
You are, but that's also like, I wouldn't call that free will because they have addiction problems. So that's
Fair.
kind of like tricking them into it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not justifying it.
No. But I'm just saying, like, you're right. They're choosing not to turn her in, but also, like, they're not getting any.
They have an addiction, right? You had to go to drug rehab in the first place.
Right. And she's affecting a lot of people.
True.
So the woman that tricked her husband and is stealing the money, again, terrible.
For 20 years, this dude thought he had Alzheimer's. 2 decades.
That's bad. And he thinks he's like something's wrong with him. So, man, I am torn. I don't know who I think sucks less, semen guy or the wife stealing money. I think I might go with the wife stealing money.
Sucks the least?
Sucks the least.
Okay.
Over semen guy?
No, semen guy's the worst.
I think he sucks the least.
No, he's the worst.
I don't think it's okay.
He's the worst. There's no doubt about it. He's guilty of putting semen in his coworker's water bottle on a daily basis.
Who is it?
She had taken him to HR because he was creepy. He was staring at her.
Yeah.
She obviously felt uncomfortable about it.
Well, yeah.
So then they put surveillance on him. This is after the HR, after she went through the proper protocols to get this guy to leave her alone. Now she's got semen on her keyboard. She's got semen in her honey. And she's got semen in her water bottle.
Yeah.
Now, this is a coworker, someone that she has to see every day. Look, you can choose who you want to hang out with on your own time, relative-wise, friends, family. When you go to work, you got to go to work, right? So you could not avoid this person. And they are terrorizing you on a daily basis, and you're suspicious of it, so much to the point you go to HR. Now,
I would rather find out that this is just me, someone's putting semen in my water bottle, because at least with that, I go beat their ass. It doesn't make it okay, but if I spent 20 years of my life thinking that my brain is degenerating and instead I'm just getting ripped off, like that to me, I think is the worst.
No, down in Florida, the word on the street is that this clinic supplies fentanyl to people. Okay, if I found out they sold weed, guess where I'd go get my weed if I needed it? I would go there. Whatever they had that I needed.
They're not posing as a rehab.
Exactly. Now, look.
To me, I don't care if you sling drugs, but if you're posing as a rehab...
It's horrible.
Yeah.
It's horrible, but you're also a willing participant in this. And, as you said, nobody from that clinic turned anybody in.
Correct.
But they're addicted. Again, I don't think it's fair to say they're willing.
Right. I understand that.
That's like you can trick a child into doing stuff.
I mean, I could...
yes, you can.
I could try to be quitting smoking cigarettes, and I'll go to a clinic, and they're like, we got cartons for like $30. You want one? I'll be like, yeah, give me a carton, man, for $30. Anyway, I'm saying the woman who stole the money from her husband's bank account, that sucks the least. Oh. It's been 20 years, okay? This guy, even though he had a job, never took the time to think of himself, I need to check in or look into my own personal finances, which is a responsibility of anybody who has a job.
But he thinks that he has Alzheimer's and he was already retired. You got to remember, he's getting pension payments and Social Security payouts. This is not his paycheck.
I still think that one sucks the least compared to the other two stories. That's all. I'm not saying it's bad.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm just saying that one sucks the least.
Yeah, I think he sucks the least.
Seaman guy? Why?
Because it's not 20 years of tricking someone.
Put semen in your honey.
Because it's not tricking someone for 20 years to steal the money. It's someone you're supposed to trust. It's your spouse. And also, the drug rehab. Look, I don't care if you're selling drugs, but you're running a rehab, which means those people are probably court appointed to be there.
Isn't everybody married slowly going crazy and losing money?
Yes. But it's not Alzheimer's. I'm aware that I'm losing money and losing my goddamn mind.
Yeah. Debate continues on Who Sucks Less if you like KISW on Twitter.
Realtors abide by a code of ethics. This is Article 9 in action. Beth, a first-time homebuyer, knew nothing about the home buying process, except that she wanted to buy a home. But her realtor had the expertise to make sure Beth understood every document, even giving her copies to review with her lawyer so Beth could close on her first home with confidence. Complicated things explained in simple terms. The difference between an agent and a realtor is real. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
This Father's Day, refresh Dad's tool collection with the sweetest brands like Cobalt at Lowe's. Right now, you can buy one select Cobalt 24-volt Max kit and get one select Cobalt Bear tool free, up to a $139 value. The gift of powering Dad's summer projects is priceless. Shop Lowe's in-store or online today to make it happen. While supplies last, valid 5/2 through 7/31.
Take the next step toward the career you want, be it business, cybersecurity, healthcare, or more. UMGC can help you get there. No application fee when you apply by August 31st. Visit umgc.edu, certified to operate by Chev.
The future will be amazing, and that's all well and good. But what about today? You can feel the rush of a 400-horsepower Nissan Z, or climb to new heights in the all-terrain Nissan Frontier. Light up the road in the all-electric Nissan Ariya that feels like a sci-fi dream come true. The future will be great, but today is made for thrill. All you have to do is get in a Nissan and drive. 2023 Ariya and Z not yet available for purchase. Expected availability is this spring for 2023 Z and this fall for 2023 Ariya.
99.9 KISW. The men's room is in progress.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Coming up in minutes, we'll drink and toast with the shot of the day. And we do have your headlines on the way 1 hour from now. But first, quick check in Mike Hawk and some of the stories and headlines he is not working in.
Indeed. A 5-year-old in Canada wanted to buy his sister a new toy, so he took his parents to he took his parents' car to the store. But he took a detour through a hayfield and managed to get it stalled out in there. The kid was not hurt in the process.
Ooh. Well, good. At least there's that.
5 years old, he took his parents' car.
Did you notice that I just did a real fart as this was playing?
I did.
It blended right in.
See? Well, you couldn't see me lift my ass off the chair.
A football fan in North Carolina attended home games for all 32 NFL teams within 74 days.
Damn! That is getting it done.
So is that blending the seasons, or do you think... No, you know what?
No, 72 days.
Right?
Yeah, if you did it in 72 consecutive days, man, and that's one season...
Right.
How much money do you have to spend? And I know, like, the Seahawks game in Houston was $16.50, but in some of the games, $300 to get in.
And travel.
And how much time would it take to map that out? Because you got to figure that he's dipping into Thursday, Sunday night, Monday night.
Actually, you know what? To be honest, when we were in Vegas, so we went to Vegas for the opening Monday night game of the season, Ravens-Raiders, all right? And a guy I met there was from Baltimore, but he goes, hey... We're going to this game, then he and his buddy were then going to the Thursday night game, and then the following Sunday night game, and then there was a Thursday night game here in Seattle.
Okay.
He came into town for that game, and then left here to go to Kansas City for the Sunday game, and then the following Monday game. So he and his buddy
That's awesome.
He did like 6 or 9 games, but just to talk to him about it, he's like, look, my wife's not happy with me. This cost a ton of money, but it's just one of those things we wanted to do.
Sure.
Because they want to see all the football stadium. I'm like, dude, I think it's great. I could not afford to do that.
No. I mean, I still want to go see all the football stadiums, but I can't afford to mainline it that much. I gotta have some time in between.
I'm selective about where I want to go now. I determined Green Bay is one place. My wife said, look, because she's down to travel and see football, but she just said, I don't want to go to Green Bay in the winter. I said, but there's no point to go any other time.
Right.
So we're watching the game this past week, and it's cold and all this, but one of the things they showed outside of the stadium was this man-made, like, big-ass snow-covered sled hill.
Okay.
She put her eyes on that, and she goes, we're going in December. I said,
all right.
That's what it took? Because you can go sledding?
Yeah.
Whatever. So we'll go see
I think
the package.
Lambeau would be cool to see any time of year.
I agree. There's just something about the frozen tundra.
Yeah, the history of it all.
And when we went to see KC, it was 19 degrees at kickoff. I'm like, it can't be even colder than that. You can't tell.
That and sledding here in Seattle's on a different level than I would say Green Bay. Yes. So, you know what? Let her go have her sledding. A man in New Jersey stole over 100 chainsaws meant for Amtrak projects and sold them off.
All right.
So he was arrested. Good work.
Yeah, I heard it was like the chainsaw black market. I'm like, I did not know that was there.
Right?
It's huge, dude.
I mean, I get it. They're rather expensive.
They are, sure.
Goodness gracious. 2 lions in Singapore caused a panic after they escaped an enclosure as they were being taken onto a plane.
That will, in fact, cause a panic. Did they escape onto the plane, or?
I think they escaped onto the tarmac in the airport area. I don't think they were in any building or in any vessel, but they were in a more natural habitat.
I think that's scary. If they escape on the plane, get off the plane.
Right.
Right? Close the door and you go, all right, what do we do now? But
right.
Like outside, like this is what they do, man.
Right. If there's a lion loose in my home, 1, I'm not okay with it. But 2,
I leave my home.
I know the area better than you do. I smell like everything in here, so I'm kind of masked to a degree. I know what I'm doing. If I'm out in a field and there's a doggone lion out there, I'm hosed.
Right.
Did you say that, a train or a plane?
Plane.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Mother effing lions on this mother effing plane.
We need Samuel Jackson. A new study found that rocket scientists and brain surgeons aren't necessarily smarter than the general population.
Yes, they are.
No,
yes,
they're not.
Yes, they are.
The general population,
I mean,
yes.
come on.
It was saying the bulk of it was that they were better at problem solving, but as far as like memory banks, not so much.
Also, and I argue this with anyone, if you go to school for 8 years to study any one specific thing, I will assume that you're good at, like, I'm not impressed.
It's not that you can't make a meatloaf.
Right.
I can, you can't.
Sure.
But you can send a rocket into space. So I get you can't do basic stuff, that's fine. Your toilet gets clogged, bad time, right? I'll take care of that. But you can send a rocket into space.
That's actually easy.
It's also
everything else that's difficult.
Right.
But the thing is just saying, like, right, they went to school to learn that. They know that, like, it doesn't mean overall, like, you got to be like, that guy's so much smarter than I am. Like,
Yeah.
he's got a degree.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. There are some very stupid people I went to school with that are like lawyers now. And it terrifies me because I know inherently they're stupid. But that said, I do believe they understand the law because they spent 8 years hearing about it.
Right.
If you need longer than that, maybe pick a different profession.
Apparently, there's a new internet cologne that smells like office chairs and sweat. And if this sells, it is just a gimmick. I have no idea why anybody would actually legitimately grab
You're trying to remind people what the workplace smelled like if you haven't been to work for a year.
Smells salty. 1 in 3 Americans can't wipe their butt properly.
It does.
What is the improper way to wipe
I think
your
that's
butt?
more female-based than men-based, right?
It should always be front to back.
Right, so that's what they're saying is that it's always front to back, but there are some people that just can't bend that way, and so they physically cannot wipe front to back, so they go from back to front. They're saying if that is the case, go in between the uprights and push.
Look, I'm external in the front, right?
Right.
So if I want to wipe back to front,
Yeah.
does that make sense?
Yeah.
I'm not going to infect something, so to speak.
Right.
My perineum is not going to be infected.
Right.
So
You
for
hope not.
For a guy,
It's still wrong to wipe that way, Miles.
It is, but what we're saying, the risk. If
of
you have a
infection.
vagina and you're pushing
Right,
fecal
it's
matter
different.
into
It's
it,
different.
not awesome.
Right.
I
No
just
doubt.
smell
Okay.
bad.
What if I twist? What if I don't wipe? What if I just swirl? Is that improper? You know what I'm saying? Maybe I just do a whole circular thing because it feels good.
You're obviously a back to front guy.
We all live our own lives, man.
Doesn't matter.
Mike, you still sit when you wipe?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still strange.
What do you
to me.
mean still?
I
It's not like
usually-
it's something that needed to be corrected.
I didn't know. So I'm a stander when I wipe, right? So you just make the assumption that's what people do. When we moved into this building, I was talking to another coworker, like, man, but these automatic toilets, as soon as I stood up to wipe, like it already flushes. So now I just have dirty toilet paper in my hand. And he's like, you stand up to wipe? I'm like, you don't? And we had this amazing conversation. But now, if I'm here, I sit and wipe so that the toilet does not flush before I'm completely done.
Do you know why?
At home, I'm still a stander.
Do you know why? Because secretly, you want to look down and see what you've done.
Absolutely.
Right. We all have our own things. Like, Ted will take his shirt off at home, right?
Right.
To use the bathroom. I would not do that, but I'm very upset if the automatic toilet flushes and I cannot see what I perform.
Right, like, give me a second.
We all got our own little weird things, right?
I check right away.
You ever try taking your shirt off, Miles?
Never.
What about in the morning? You sleep naked. You telling me you put on a shirt to go take a poo?
I put a shirt on to go outside and smoke a cigarette, and then when I come in, I've already got the shirt on. So it's too cold to go outside shirtless right now.
I pooped without a shirt on, but it has not been so liberating that when I do have a shirt on, I'm thinking I should take it off. You know what I mean? Like, I'm fine to do it without a shirt on, but if I'm already wearing a shirt and my only business is to poop, the shirt stays on.
It does feel lovely, though. Our friends over at BuzzFeed came up with a list called Things You Definitely Forgot Happened in 2021 That Will Completely Distort Your Sense of Time and Reality.
Handy.
Not all of these are exactly true, but there's still plenty that you might have forgotten about. So here are 15 things that you may have forgotten happened this year. Steve from Blue's Clues returned to tell us that he never forgot about it.
That's right.
I saw it. Yeah, that wasn't that long ago. That's pretty easy.
Exactly. Celebrities revealing how much they do or don't bathe.
That was fairly recent, wasn't it?
I feel like Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis talked about bathing their kids, but I feel like
then they talked about themselves, and then Jake Gyllenhaal chimed in, because Ashton Kutcher this year was at College Game Day, and people started chanting, "Take a shower."
Jeez.
They also have, are you ready? Infinity pools and hot tubs and other things.
They do. Exactly.
I could jump in the pool and be like, I feel pretty refreshed.
That's even worse, though. It's
bathing.
chlorine.
Right, they're talking about bathing.
Most of those pools now are saltwater.
But still.
What does that have to do with bathing?
Yeah.
Like, no one goes into the pool so they'll take a bath. I went to the pool.
Right.
Yeah.
Things that you might have forgotten happened this year. The whole drama over who will host Jeopardy and replace Alex Trebek, who died like a year ago at this point.
I'm waiting for him to come back from the grave to be like, figure it out already.
Right.
It can't be that hard. It's a goddamn game show.
Right. And then the guy that they put in there put himself in there.
Right.
And so that whole scandal had to come down.
Correct.
So, yay, fun.
Jeopardy needed some scandal, though. You're like, all right, even Jeopardy gets a little dirty.
Who remembers Dolly?
Right? And that guy was just like, screw it, I'm doing it.
I know.
Right. Who remembers Dolly Parton recreating her 1978 Playboy cover?
I do.
I don't.
I don't remember her 1978 Playboy cover.
Yeah.
Well,
How can you not love Dolly Parton one way or another?
Absolutely.
I mean, did she do it for Playboy, or was it like a...
She did that for her husband.
Oh.
Yeah, it was his birthday.
Oh.
Not only that, man, but she invested in COVID research and got no money back from it. That was her whole thing.
Hey, come out. Look at that meme. Ooh, Dolly Parton in her heyday, right?
All right,
in
yes.
lingerie, and it just says...
Probably not a lot different now.
Begs to know, what in the hell was Jolene bringing?
15 things you might have forgotten happened this year. Number 10, the Friends reunion that finally happened after a ton of rescheduling.
Yeah, and Chandler was all looking weird.
He
then
was,
it turns out he's actually sick, not just on drugs.
That's where I felt bad for him, where it's like, no, I'm actually ill. Like, we just assume you're back on the wagon.
Number 9, Bowen Yang as the iceberg that sank the Titanic on Saturday Night Live.
He was awesome.
Was he?
Yes.
I never saw that one.
Yeah, you're not the biggest SNL guy.
Yeah, you're fair.
He is very funny, and like some of the most famous things about Saturday Night Live is Weekend Update, and he does an awesome job.
Another thing that happened this year, Lil Nas X's Satan shoes and the lawsuit that followed.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Because he took shoes that were original shoes and changed the shoes, which should be okay. Like, if I could buy a shirt and cut the sleeves off on it, that's on me. I've already bought the shoes. If I want to change the shirt that I bought, who cares? Right? Am I wrong?
A lot of people, apparently.
I don't know, was he reselling them?
Yes. But I can resell the shirt that I bought with my sleeves off on eBay, and it's not a big deal, right?
If you did it on eBay, sure.
Okay.
15 things that you might have forgotten happened this year. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's bombshell interview with Oprah.
Was it really a bombshell interview, or did they just say everything
That's why they put
that they'd
bombshell in
already
quotes.
been saying, and then they happened to talk to Oprah about the stuff they'd already told us?
Right.
I don't know, they're still talking about it.
I know.
We listen to
And I like that couple, but I don't really care, and it just won't go away.
It won't. Ever.
It's like these farts.
I'm not going to read number 6 because that's a spoiler. Number 5.
Is it?
It is. It's about WandaVision, so I don't know who's watched. You know what? Screw it. It's been out forever. Figuring out what's going on while watching WandaVision. Spoiler. Then seeing it was Agatha all along.
Son of a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
I told you, owe me $5.
Yep, you're right. I'm going to lose the WandaVision poll.
Number 5.
Poll.
Justin Timberlake's weak apology to Britney and Janet Jackson.
Wait a minute, when did that happen?
Yeah, I have
This year.
What I'm saying is, can I wait 20 years to apologize for something? Is that an acceptable period of time? Typically, if I mess up, I try to straighten that out the next day as soon as possible. Hey, man, sorry, bad night. I messed up. I apologize. I was not in the right frame of mind. I said some things I shouldn't have. I apologize. That is completely on me. I'm not saying I won't do it again. I hope it just doesn't happen sooner than later.
No, it doesn't excuse it. That's the whole point.
I'm still waiting for my apology from Justin Timberlake for what happened with Janet Jackson.
Because in the house.
You know who dealt with that more than anyone else?
We did.
Radio folks
right.
like us.
Because it happened
so
on
JT,
TV.
still waiting, brother.
Yeah. Let's see. Number 2, the meme of Bernie Sanders from Biden's inauguration.
That was awesome.
That was great. That is still going around a little bit, not near as the frequency that it was. This is the number 1 thing that you might have forgotten happened this year.
I had a baby.
When everyone was obsessed with Bridgerton.
Bridgerton?
I don't remember.
My God.
Everybody
Yeah.
and their brother was talking about Bridgerton.
No. Everyone and their wife.
Fair enough.
And listen, it's one of those things, and I even looked at my wife at one point. She would talk about Bridgerton. I don't know if she liked the show or not, but she liked homeboy that played whatever the lead role is, right?
Right.
And I said, like, that's fine. I don't care. But why is it, if I look at a chick and go, ooh, I think she's hot, like, that's bad. But the only reason that you consistently watch this show is because you think the dude's hot. That show could have been about junkyard collectors. It could have been about a guy that's fighting dogs.
Storage wars.
Nobody would care. You liked what he looked like. And like I said, I'm cool with that.
A woman in Louisiana is suing Heineken.
Why is she suing Heineken?
I will tell you all about it 1 hour from now.
Headlines are coming up 1 hour from now. In the meantime, let's get Tess on the line for Profile This at 206-421-ROCK. All right, we made it to drinking time.
Realtors abide by a code of ethics. This is Article 9 in action. Beth, a first-time homebuyer, knew nothing about the home buying process, except that she wanted to buy a home. But her realtor had the expertise to make sure Beth understood every document, even giving her copies to review with her lawyer so Beth could close on her first home with confidence. Complicated things explained in simple terms. The difference between an agent and a realtor is real. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
Find the gifts Dad craves at Lowe's. Right now, you can save on select Skill Power Core 12 tools that feature 25% longer runtime and have patented cooling technology. Save $10 off the Skill Power Core 12 brushless drill driver kit, now just $59.98. Or upgrade Dad's toolbox and save $30 on the 5-tool brushless combo kit, now just $169. There's nothing sweeter than Father's Day at Lowe's. Offer valid 6/9 through 6/22 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Take the next step toward the career you want, be it business, cybersecurity, healthcare, or more. UMGC can help you get there. No application fee when you apply by August 31st. Visit umgc.edu, certified to operate by Chev.